Everyone has been waiting for Distant Horizons to release for 1.20, and whilst the full release isn't ready, you can download a release candidate early from their Discord, which is compatible with Minecraft's latest version. Out of the features announced originally, this release candidate offers all of them except server-side support and more shader support. There are a few shaders that may work, but I can't guarantee what does, as I've yet to test it myself. More information can be found on the Discord. For today's video, I decided to do a little testing between the latest stable version and the current release candidate. On Distant Horizons v2, I averaged around 180 FPS with 8 vanilla chunks and 128 fake chunks. In this version, LOD textures are 4x4 instead of a single flat color, so they're much more pleasant to look at while zooming in and generally look more believable than before. I also noticed much faster fake chunk rendering than the previous version, but I didn't want to record any exact numbers until the final release. There was also much better stitching between the fake chunks and the vanilla chunks, but I'll get into that in a little bit. On Distant Horizons 1.6, I averaged around 200 FPS with the same settings as the previous, which is roughly a 70 FPS improvement. This could be due to this version having lower quality LOD textures, as it's only 1 pixel wide compared to the 4x4, or because the current build of v2 we're using is not the final build. There also may be a difference in the default quality settings between 1.6 and v2, but I'll go more in depth once it's fully released. A major issue I had with Distant Horizons that is no longer present in this release candidate version is the strange artifacting and complete absence of chunks in the corners of the vanilla render distance. It was a big reason why I didn't personally use the mod that much, but it's nice to see it gone. Some people may ask, why not use alternatives like NVIDIA? What does Distant Horizons have over them? And as much as I love NVIDIA, unfortunately it's only supported on modern NVIDIA cards, hence the name. So having something like Distant Horizons, which doesn't rely on the proprietary shaders, makes it easily supported on most systems. One thing to note is my CPU was maxed out whilst running both versions of this mod. I don't have a lower end system to test this mod on, but I'm curious if this affects performance on laptops due to their inferior cooling solutions. All that's left for us to see from this mod is the highly requested shader support as well as the server-side support. These two features alone would skyrocket Distant Horizons usage across many systems, and I would definitely be more keen on using it. Are you going to download the release candidate, or are you going to wait for the final stable release? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and whilst you're down there, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.